Sunday to all of you. So it's a Sunday, and mostly on Sundays we have a lot of pending works. This is the reason. Even I was like got some 2 minutes late. So today's topic is feminism. I hope you enjoyed yesterday's special class on literary criticism. I will also go for the second part of literary criticism. Then we'll go for some important theories of literature. Along with these things, we have to study some theories which are very much contextual, very important, and most of the students don't study those things thinking that it's just a basic theory. For example, Marxism, post-colonialism, nobody reads, nobody prepares. They think that just talking about women rights is called feminism, and talking about some financial gaps, financial issues, financial troubles is called Marxism in socialist point of view. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, ऐसे बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं जो आपको एडवांस में पढ़नी पड़ेंगी. So this is the time I have made some notes on my iPad, and I'll be showing you कि आपको क्या क्या एक्स्ट्रा करना है अपनी तरफ से. Like before I start, I simply want to say, okay, fine, let's wait for some students. पहले कुछ students का wait कर लेते हैं, so that कोई miss ना करे. I understand there are working women. It's Sunday, and many of these women are living with their in-laws, family members, so they have to prepare breakfast. This is the time of breakfast. Then they are working for lunch. So I totally understand it takes time sometimes. Chalo, till then I'll ask you a question. एक स्टूडेंट ने लिखा है, सर आप सोकर उठे हो क्या? ये बहुत इनोसेंट क्वेश्चन है. अच्छा, टेल मी दिस थिंग दैट व्हाई आई लुक लाइक दैट. बिकॉज आई डोंट केयर हाउ आई लुक. व्हाट आई केयर इज हाउ आई टीच. ओके, फॉर मी दिस इज नॉट अ कोई हीरो हीरोइन वाला वीडियो दैट आई गो एंड प्रिपेयर एंड कम. इट्स संडे. येस, I was doing certain things. I was busy cleaning, then dusting of my library. Everything is there. So I haven't taken bath yet, but I'm in my house, right? And then there should be the original connection. Now there is no artificial behavior. I didn't go for painting, denting. Okay, so it's quite simple. क्या फर्क पड़ता है टीचर्स कैसे दिखते हैं? टीचर्स पढ़ाते कैसे हैं वो ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है. अब्दुल कलाम ऐसे लंबे लंबे बाल थे ना, but what he did was something great. Einstein, he never used to have a comb, Einstein, but he was Einstein. And good morning everyone. Yes, I must tell you this thing. I am surprised to see that universities are not mentioned. UGC has announced the forms, and they're so surprising that BHU, Banaras Hindu University, then AMU, then Lucknow University, Allahabad University, and almost all the top universities from West Bengal. None of these universities are mentioned in the form. So why did they even announce the form? And why they are going for others? Others is actually a term applied to some unknown universities. Like sometimes there are universities which are not in the main list. So they say that, okay, fill the form in others. But BHU, Lucknow University, Mumbai University, CCS, they are not mentioning it. You know what? They have released the forms, but it was all done in a hectic way. Jaldi form announced kiye. So they have not even checked whether the universities were properly mentioned or not. And that's what I fear about. I really fear कि दोबारा result में गड़बड़ ना कर दें. They may trouble you again in the computer hangings and in percentile system and a result. I really pray ऐसा ना हो. None of you get got caught for those things. Anyway, so get back to Vineet Pandey style rapid fire session. My question to all of you is that there are some important magazines that I have taught in Augustine's and pre-romantic age. We have 4 magazines. You have to set them in order. Tatler, Spectator, Rambler, Idler. Set them in order. If you're my student, you have the clue. Tatler, Spectator, Rambler, Idler. Come on. Who will set them in order? Lakshmi, proud of you. T series. Yes, T series. The T series music cassettes. I have given you the clue. तुषार बहुत बढ़िया. पूजा नेगी, ज्योतिर्मय मोहंती बहुत बढ़िया. T series. T for Tatler 1709 to 1711. Tri-weekly newspaper. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. It was delivered. Spectator started 1711. Sold 60,000 copies. Was a Guinness Book record. And then uh, T series Rambler 1750-52 by Samuel Johnson, and Idler 1758-1760. This question has been asked in exam. As you all have a shortcut, but I must tell you that for a JRF, remember the time. Tatler 1709, Spectator 1711, then Rambler 1750, and Idler 58. Make sure you don't forget it. Now remember this point that there is one more question, and again you have to set these writers in order. You simply have to tell me the most important writers and their works, and you arrange them in a proper order. Order में arrange करो. The first one, John Bunyan, Pilgrim's Progress, Milton's Paradise Lost, then John Donne's Songs and Sonnets, and one more work, Leviathan. Now you have to set them in order. Songs and Sonnets by John Donne, Leviathan by Thomas Hobbes, then we have John Bunyan, Pilgrim's Progress, and Paradise Lost. Set them in order. Come on. Repeating the question again, Leviathan by Hobbes, Songs and Sonnets by John Donne, Paradise Lost by Milton, and Bunyan's Pilgrim's Progress. Set these works in order because they may ask you questions like that. Come on. Mallika Shukla, order में set कीजिए एक साथ. Komal Prajapati has given the answer Bunyan. Komal wrong answer है. Smith wrong answer. बहुत बढ़िया आंसर दिया है ये सविता जी ने दिया. if I'm not wrong, let me just check her name again. सविता जी बहुत बढ़िया आंसर है, बहुत बढ़िया आंसर है. अंजलि गुप्ता, नहीं, अंजलि गुप्ता made a mistake. Love for English, making a mistake. Lakshmi, very good, perfect answer, बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया. Sorry, Lakshmi, एक आंसर गलत है. Sorry, actually I have to read a lot of comments, so I missed it. It was a mistake. Rimi Banerjee, did I ask Fairy Queen? No. Why are you answering Fairy Queen? Bubbly but wrong answer. Anyway, so I'll make it easy for you. What were the options? Songs and Sonnets. If you are my online student, remember I told you this is the most important poetry collection written after death of John Donne. After the death, 2 years of the death, the book got published. I have taught you to mug up the dates also. John Donne 1572, died 1631. After 2 years, Songs and Sonnet got published, means Songs and Sonnets got published in 1633. Now, in my lectures, we have talked about Thomas Hobbes, Leviathan, and I have told you that in the Leviathan, they will ask you the publication because this is a repeated question in NET exam. That's what we do in the class. We tell you it's a repeated one. 1651, Leviathan, publication 1651. Now, after this, we have two writers, Paradise Lost wala Milton and Bunyan. Now, remember, can you forget the publication of Paradise Lost? Did I ask you to forget it? I told you Paradise Lost, very important, don't forget the publication. 1667. Even if you remember my restoration lecture, you will find it out that there also I have mentioned that it was in 1667. And then I have told you Pilgrim's Progress is a very important one. Book first published 1678, book 2 1684. Your answer should be John Donne, Songs and Sonnets, Leviathan, Paradise Lost, Pilgrim's Progress. That's the right answer. It's not a tough question. It's an easy question. Anybody who is studying with me, preparing with me, it's an easy question. You must prepare for this thing. Chalo, I'll trouble you with one last question and then we will move for the topic of today, feminism. हम feminism की बात करेंगे. And one last question from all of you. Pope has written Rape of the Lock. There are three different publications: 1712, 1714, and 1717. What happened in the final publication? What is the change in 1717's final publication? Name the character who was added in final publication. अच्छे से पढ़ाया है, बहुत अच्छे से पढ़ाया है मैंने. Don't make a mistake. If you're an online student, don't make a mistake. मनदीप कौर बहुत बढ़िया, ज्योतिर्मय मोहंती, ओलिविया, समरीन, सब ऑनलाइन वाले हो, बहुत बढ़िया. नीरज ठाकुर बहुत ही बढ़िया, क्या बात है. Yes, so all the new students who are watching it, please write it. The character of Clarissa was added in 1717's publication. Clarissa is a friend of Belinda and is a mouthpiece of Pope. That's very important. 1712 publication, two cantos without permission of Arabella Fermor. 1714, three cantos published with permission of Arabella Fermor. 1717, the final publication with the character introduction, Clarissa, the mouthpiece of Pope. Mouthpiece of Pope matlab Pope has made that character to speak everything Pope wanted to speak. Now come on, let's get back to the topic feminism. So I don't really think that I must tell you the basic story of feminism. We all know that the world has been divided in genders. It is all about gender. We have seen that women, they suffer. Women are suffering. There are certain things. Sometimes they are suffering unconsciously. Sometimes they are suffering consciously. Sometimes they are forced. Sometimes they are, manipulated in a political way. Most of our religious books, they tell women to respect the husband, to listen to husband, to pray, to do all these things. Like, it's not love. If you love your husband, you respect him, it's fine. But if somebody is just telling you that if you don't respect your husband, you'll go to hell, that's a politics against women. So we already have talked about in multiple lectures that it's all about the women rights, equality, gender. But today I'm going to tell you some important points. So first of all, take pen and paper so that you can write certain things. One of the first feminists is Countess of Winchelsea. Countess of Winchelsea. N-N-E. Countess of Winchelsea, one of the first feminists. Please write it. Her name was Annie, A-N-N-E. Annie, the Countess of Winchelsea, one of the first women to talk about women rights. After that, the first strong or first active women writer, Ephra Ben. Please write down these names. Ephra Ben, the first active female writer, Ephra Ben, a writer from Restoration, also called the first women spy, first female spy. She wrote successful stories. Her best stories are The Rover, R-O-V-E-R, very important for net point of view. And the another best story is Urunuku. 3 times question has been asked in net exam, Urunuku. That's very important with slave narration. After this, remember this point that Ephra Ben used to write with a pseudonym Astrea, A-S-T-R-E-A. Astrea was her pseudonym. Question of net exam, it has been asked. ये आपको मैं इसलिए बता रहा हूँ, why I'm telling you all these things, so that you can write down these things and can get 2 marks. आपके जो number है वो save हो जाएंगे. After this thing, another writer that comes in the sentimental comedy, the age of sentimental comedy, around 1745. This is Susanna Centlever. Susanna Centlever. Please write it. Susanna Centlever. C-E-N-T-L-I-V-R-E. C-E-N-T Centlever. L-I-V-E-R-E. Susanna Centlever was the writer who wrote a famous work, A Bold Stroke for a Woman. A Bold Stroke for a Woman. My students, they know it. I have taught this thing in the lecture also, that this book is actually has been copied by some Bollywood director. किसी ने चोरी किया है. Bollywood is full of chore and all. So The Bold Stroke for a Woman was copied by someone and he made a movie. दुल्हन हम ले जाएंगे, दुल्हन हम ले जाएंगे। अभिषेक, आपका जो क्वेश्चन है वो पर्सनल है तो अलग से बात कर लेंगे। So what happens in the bold stroke for a woman? There is one boy. He is loved by the woman, but the woman has her uncles, and the uncle they want a boy of their own choice, and these uncles have different characters. So the same story: Salman Khan, Karishma Kapoor, three uncles, Om Puri, um, Paresh Rawal, and I think Anupam Kher was there. Three or four uncles, right? Now, yes, a happy Mother's Day to everyone, all of you, to your mothers, to you who are mothers. And, I strongly believe it's not just one day. But yes, celebrate this day, but celebrate her every day. Mother is the gift of God. जो माँ है वो सिर्फ एक, अगर आप माँ को देख रहे हो तो आपको गॉड को देने की जरूरत नहीं है। वो कहते हैं ना, मेरे हर गुनाहों को कुछ यूं धो देती है, माँ जब बहुत गुस्से में होती है तो रो देती है। तो दैट्स समथिंग, किसी को घर मिला, किसी के हिस्से में दुकान आई, मैं घर में सबसे छोटा था, मेरे हिस्से में माँ आई। तो माँ इज माँ। एंड ऑब्वियसली आई लिव अलोन इन दिल्ली, सो आई एम ऑल्सो मिसिंग माई मदर। एनीवे, चलो गेट बैक टू द टॉपिक्स। पढ़ाई की बात करते हैं, ज़्यादा सही है। सो talking about this thing, the bold stroke for women, now we go for Susanna Centlever's pseudonym. Susanna Centlever also used the pseudonym Astrea to pay homage, to pay tribute to Ephraim. So they may ask you a question that name the famous writer who used the pseudonym Astrea to pay homage, to pay tribute to Ephraim. So Susanna Centlever is there. 90% students have not even heard about it, so make sure you read it. Now, after that, remember this point that then comes the mother of, or the grandmother of feminism, grandmother of feminist writings, Mary Wollstonecraft. So, the most important thing is, see, this lady Wollstonecraft, or we can simply talk about this lady, she was called Hyena in Petticoat. Very active writer, very strong writer, and Wollstonecraft was the first one who actually wrote and advocated the equal rights. यहाँ पे पहले एक चीज करना, एक पॉइंट नोट करना, that Mary Wollstonecraft wrote Rights of Man. Now write it, please write it, otherwise you will be confused. ये लिख लो, नहीं तो कोई और नहीं बताएगा. Mary Wollstonecraft wrote Rights of Man. The Rights of Man was attacked by another writer, Thomas Paine, Paine. Rights of Man, this work got attacked by another contemporary writer, Thomas Paine. He also wrote The Rights of Man. And then Mary Wollstonecraft replied again by Vindication of the Rights of Women, by writing Vindication of the Rights of Women. That's very important point. So remember this thing that Thomas Paine also becomes important. He attacked her, he wrote something and became famous. The Vindication of the Rights of Women, the first work written by Mary Wollstonecraft, the grandmother of feminism, also called Hyena in Petticoat. After this, we switch to the modern age, the women's suffrage movement, the women rights, women equality, and then we find some writers who are very active. As I have to give you a lot of other details, I will be giving you some brief discussions, brief details. जो online या crash course वाले हैं, you will have already some advanced lectures आपको मिल जाएंगे, मिल चुके होंगे, I'm sure मिल चुके होंगे. The first thing that you have to write is about Virginia Woolf. Virginia Woolf becomes one of the first feminist writer. Her famous work, A Room of One's Own, talks about the female independence, not being dependent on man, and how a female writer writes being independent. She said that writing for a woman is like a motor car driving. Question of net exam. Question था ये net exam में. Writing, like writing for a woman, is like a woman driving a motor car. Make sure you remember that. That's not very this is very important. Don't forget it. She talked about imaginary sister of William Shakespeare, Judith Shakespeare. She said that imagine Shakespeare also had a sister, Judith, but being a girl, She was not given proper chances to go out, to explore, to meet, to work with men surrounding. And then she was talented, but her talent came to an end. She couldn't get that kind of support, that kind of exposure approaches, and she had to kill her dreams. Many of you girls know that you have big dreams, but in the society, they don't allow you to go for your big dreams, and you actually have to forget your dreams. This happens. Then we go for Ellen Showalter, the first writer, the first proper feminist writer. And here I must tell you that the feminism got divided in three important parts: the first wave feminism, the second wave feminism, and the third wave feminism. Please remember this thing that the first initial writers were then the first wave feminism. While Ellen Showalter, other writers, Kate Millett, you can write the name Ellen Showalter, Kate Millett. You can also write Shulamit Firestone. These writers, Sojourner Truth, these writers became the part of second wave feminism. In first wave feminism, the writers were demanding the rights. They were asking for rights. They were like that, allow us to live, allow us to educate ourselves, allow us to have a family role, allow us to have a value. But then in second wave, they said we are equal. Give us equality in education sector, in job sector, in life, equality. Even right now, our family decisions are taken by male members. हमारे घर के family decisions जो है ना, male members करते हैं. So women, they don't have a say property matters में, property rights नहीं है. So in second wave they demanded the equality, they questioned equality. In third wave, where Judith Butler comes, Shulamit Firestone is also there, some other radical feminists are there, Simone de Beauvoir is there. In third wave they say this thing, the waves are mixed. So some writers are in second wave and third wave. Here, these writers question that who are you? Why should we ask our rights from you? Who gave you authority? Why it's you, history, his story? Why not it's her story? Why it's, this thing? You must have heard a story. There was a muscular boy, comics hero. He was called He-Man. Dharmendra was called He-Man. Why he and man? And do we have some she women? No. So why they started questioning the structure? They started questioning the basic structure of society. Society का structure question किया, that who made the law that women has to leave the house? Who made the law that women has to change her surname after marriage? Why only men are the gods, not the women? If Pati is Parmeshwar, then women is also some Devi, right? But is there anything that has mentioned? No, only in one line. Yatra narestu pujante ramante tatra devta. That's the only line we have. The rest of the lines? No. Do we have any holy book, any religious book written by a woman in any religion? No, that's a common thing. Not even a single religion has a book which is written by a woman. So that's how they show that there is a politics and women has constantly been devoid of the rights. She has been asked to live like a second class citizen. Second class citizen, not the first class. Then the language politics. Language politics is also called phallogocentrism. Means how the language has been controlled, connected through phallus, through male and female things. What do you mean by Swami? Pati. Swami and Pati are applied for husband, but then Swami is also for Malik, for owner. Grah Swami, Bhu Swami. Okay. Then Pati, Dhanpati, Lakhpati, Rashtrapati. So technically the word Swami, the word Pati, it all goes for the rights. Do we have the same rights for Patni? Patni stands for some rights? No. Why it's not Rashtrapatni? Then in phallogocentrism, again they question the language politics. Why it's Mr. before marriage, after marriage Mr. Why it's Miss and message? Why? Why do a woman has to belong to someone? नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है कि दैट आई कम फ्रॉम अ ब्राह्मण फैमिली दैट्स व्हाई आई नो संस्कृत, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. आई एम नॉट इनटू पूजा पाठ वाला थिंग. फॉर मी माय वर्शिप इज टेकिंग केयर ऑफ एनिमल लाइफ, needy people, poor people. So technically, my Sanskrit is a gift from my father, because my father was a teacher, and whenever there was a light cut in the evening, so while others would play antakshari, my father would make us play the quotation games, Sanskrit quotations, Hindi quotations. So our antakshari was based on quotations, Hindi quotations, Sanskrit quotations. My father is damn good in Sanskrit. And second thing, I have curiosity. I am an expert of English literature, but I love Hindi literature. I want to read Sanskrit literature. So मेरा equal like attention दोनों तरफ जाता है, and that's why I have it. मुझे उर्दू भी बहुत पसंद है. उर्दू काश मैं सीख पाऊँ पूरा. उर्दू मुझे बहुत पसंद है. सो इट्स जस्ट लर्निंग. एक ही ज़िंदगी है और सीखने के लिए जितना सीख सकते हो, यू नो, यू मस्ट लर्न. क्योंकि द मोमेंट यू लर्न ना, यू गेट टू नो दैट देर आर सो मच थिंग्स, सो मेनी थिंग्स यू हैव नॉट लर्न येट. बंगाली इज़ माई ऑल टाइम फेवरेट लैंग्वेज, द लैंग्वेज ऑफ रोमांस. बंगाली मुझे सीखनी है. देखो कब सीखते हैं. मुझे मराठी सीखना मिल जाए, मिल सीखूंगा. पंजाबी आई स्पीक, हरियाणवी आई स्पीक, राजस्थानी आई कैन स्पीक. देखो चलो कोई नहीं, लेट्स नॉट गो ऑफ टू द टॉपिक. पर्सनल बातचीत के लिए हम कभी और निकालेंगे समय. लेट्स स्टडी टुडे. सो नाउ पुट द टाइटल्स. आई हैव सम टाइटल्स फॉर यू. आई हैव नोटेड इट डाउन फॉर यू so that I don't miss it. What types of feminism are there? The first one, the most important one that you have to understand is it's called the traditional or radical feminism. Traditional or radical feminism. Radical feminism is like women, they started questioning everyone. सुचिता यादव जी, आपका बड़ा प्यारा क्वेश्चन है कि आपके अकॉर्डिंग बेस्ट लैंग्वेज कौन सी है. ये क्वेश्चन अपने आप में एग्जिस्ट नहीं करता. मैं बोल रहा हूँ टस्कन. टस्कन बड़ी अच्छी लैंग्वेज है, दांते की लैंग्वेज थी, मुझे तो नहीं आती. यहाँ पे क्या होता है कि इफ somebody answers this, so he or she will get biased and talk about their language. I think मेरे अकॉर्डिंग द लैंग्वेज ऑफ लव is the most sweetest language. May it be Gujarati, may it be Bengali, may it be Punjabi. But if it is the language of love, spoken with love, सबसे खूबसूरत लैंग्वेज वो है, यू नो. तो प्यार की भाषा किसी भी भाषा में हो, सबसे अच्छी भाषा वो होती है. ओके नाउ, और वो अजय देवगन और जो बाकी किच्चा सुदीप का चल रहा है ना लैंग्वेज वाला, उसमें डोंट गेट इन्वॉल्व. किच्चा सुदीप इज एब्सोल्युटली राइट. हिंदी इज नॉट आवर मदर टंग ऑफ द नेशन. It can be a mother tongue for me individually. My mother speaks in Hindi. Your mother speaks in Hindi. It's a mother tongue for you. But we cannot say that Hindi is mother language of everyone. And yes, if Sanskrit and Tamil are compared, Tamil is the oldest language and true language of Indians. The Sanskrit people, people who are speaking Sanskrit, they are the Indo-Aryans, the Aryans who crossed the Hindu Kush mountain, Afghanistan, came to this place and got settled here. वो यहाँ पे आ गए हैं. इसलिए we are Indo-Aryans. Second oldest language संस्कृत है. Okay. Now, so go for some points. The radical feminism, Shulamit Firestone, famous writer, Shulamit Firestone. Her famous work, Dialectic of Sex, 1972, and she said that why science is not working to transfer pregnancy for male. Because pregnancy for a woman is kind of obstacle. Pregnancy for a woman is a kind of obstacle. I keep giving you examples. So yesterday I was driving, and by some 8:30, 9:30, it was some secluded road. One couple was having some exchange of slaps. Fight was going on. Maybe they had some issue, they had some jhagda, and they were fighting on the road. And obviously it was a personal matter, so it was only slaps, so I didn't get involved. But that same thing that came to me, my mind at that time was, husband was slapping the women was either trying to defend herself or maybe slapping back, I'm not sure, but she had a baby in the hand. So I was thinking that it's a husband wife, it's their baby, but why only the women has to take care of the baby and the husband is using the opportunity to slap her? She is defending her with one hand, carrying the baby in the hand. ये मेरे कल दिमाग में भी आया था कि मतलब इसके अगर अब बेबी को ले लिया जाए, so they will have equality. So this is the problem. A woman being pregnant has to take care of the baby, has to stay at home, रात भर जगो, संभालो. See, I'm just talking about the practical side. Please don't take offense. Being a mother is the greatest thing. But then let a woman say that, okay? Because I'm not going to be a mother. So a mother has to suffer a lot to compromise her sleep, to compromise her health, to compromise her plans. If you have a baby, you can't go to the schools, colleges, नहीं जा सकते आप. I get a lot of female students, they come to me, they say that, sir, we have a kid, an infant at home. How to study? We are giving 4 to 5 hours to that baby. So I totally understand. Shulamit Firestone said that why the pregnancy is not being transferred to male. It should be transferred to male. Radical feminists strongly believed, even Shulamit Firestone said, that marriage is an organized colonization. Women gets colonized by marriage. To be free, to be independent, women must avoid marriage. शादी मत करो. शादी होते ही गुलामी शुरू. हस्बैंड का सरनेम लगाना पड़ेगा. Aishwarya Rai became Aishwarya Rai Bachchan. So if she doesn't use Aishwarya Rai Bachchan, then she'll not be the wife of Abhishek Bachchan. Did Abhishek Bachchan change his name Abhishek Bachchan Rai? So that's the case with everyone. And if you speak for it that I don't want to change my name, they will be like, oh, you don't respect your family, you don't respect your husband. So the radical feminists were of the view that why you have the rights, we have the rights. You know what happened? Kate Millett, there was a writer Norman Mailer. Norman Mailer wrote that women is weak, women is confused, women is scared, and women never speaks for her sexuality, her sexual orientations. So women क्या है इतनी डरपोक है कि अपने लाइफ, अपने ह्यूमन प्लेजर, फिजिकल प्लेजर की बात नहीं कर सकती. She replied, Kate Millett, she said that you men have not given us chance to speak. If some of us tried to speak about our desires, our sexuality, sexual orientations, you men started attacking that woman, calling her a witch, a prostitute, a slut. तो अगर हम में से किसी ने बोला तो आपने उस पर अटैक किया. Kamala Das, one of the first strongest writer in Indian feminism, the first female writer with a strong attitude, strong content. She was the first woman to talk about sexuality, exploring sexuality, her extramarital affair. She was the first one to talk about the womanhood. But then what happened? The writers, people, readers all attacked her. She was not invited in the conferences. People would not get her in the seminars, and it was not safe for her to roam around. See, जिया कुरैशी, मैंने आपका मैसेज पढ़ा है. इट्स रियली सैड, बट रियली सॉरी, मैं थोड़ा सा डिस्ट्रैक्ट हो गया आपका मैसेज पढ़ के. माई प्रेयर्स आर फॉर योर सिस्टर. May she is resting in peace. So multiple type of feminism are going on, and in this radical feminism it has multiple branches. You know, the concept of fat feminism, bikini feminism, that is also the part of radical feminism. Why women is always, is expected to be in shape, to look good. There was a foreign writer, he has written a book, Why All Feminists Are Fat and Ugly. ये क्या मतलब है कि fat and ugly है तो feminist है? Why this kind of term? This kind of injustice? And why a woman has to face problems because of obesity, because of fat? Being fat, male are very much confident being fat. Why women has to face a lot? Why the body shaming? And why they are doing it in an organized way? Why all the heroines, all the models are in fit physique so that they make others uncomfortable? Why? So that was a protest, the fat feminism. And yes, I must tell you, there was a branding cloth branding. I don't remember. Swara Bhaskar was there in the branding. They were black women, they were fat women, they were going for the advertisements of the cloths. We need this kind of advertising. Why do we have to, like, uh, why we have to put someone in the category that if you are a heroine, then you must be fit? Oh, you can be a heroine with fat and ugly face. So, this was also kind of protest. नवनीत जी का क्वेश्चन है एनी पोस्ट मॉडर्निस्ट फेमिनिस्ट राइटर. वैसे वो ऑर्डर में आएगा, आई विल टीच, बट आपके लिए मैं अभी बता देता हूँ. इवा कॉफ्स्की, जूडिथ बटलर, इनको पढ़ लो, ये पोस्ट बाद में आ जाएंगे. इन कुछ चीज़ों को देख लो. नाउ सेकेंड थिंग, ब्लैक फेमिनिज्म. ब्लैक फेमिनिज्म अगेन talking about the rights equality where you are not even considered human being. A white girl talking about a feminism, a black girl talking about a feminism, there are two different things. Emma Watson, the famous Hollywood heroine, the brand ambassador of UNO women rights, she said this thing that I'm a white woman born in a white country and talking about feminism for me is easy. हक की बात करना अमेरिका में, डेमोक्रेसी में बोलना अलग चीज़ है. But you are a woman, maybe a Dalit woman in India, a black woman in Africa, they are very much same. A Dalit woman in India and a black woman in Africa, you're not even considered the normal human being. First, you have to fight to be considered as a normal human being, and then you have to fight for the equality. So it's not only the husband-wife relationship, it's the society also. So if you're a Dalit, they don't even consider. If you are a black, they don't even consider. अभिषेक, आपका रिपीटेड क्वेश्चन आ रहा है कि डाउट क्लास कब होगी. वो ऑनलाइन स्टूडेंट्स के लिए डाउट क्लास सेपरेट होगी, आपका रैपिड फायर सेशन अलग से होगा. यहाँ पे फेमिनिज्म का लेक्चर जा रहा है एंड वी हैव टू कंप्लीट दैट लेक्चर. गो फॉर नेक्स्ट वन. मार्क्सिस्ट फेमिनिस्ट स्टडीज. Marxist feminist studies strongly believe in this thing that if a woman has money, power, land rights, then her situation is far better than the other men, other people. For example, when Virginia Woolf says that a woman needs handful of money, so she actually talks about 1,34,000 rupees according to that time and today's time. So if you have one, pack of notes, gaddi, and you take it in your hand, it's around 1,34,000, because after that you won't be able to grab it. That's the study. ये भी study है that according to Virginia Woolf, when she said this thing, so someone did a study that what is handful of money. So let's go for like 2,000 rupee note or maybe some 500 rupee note. So it's like 1,34,000. So if you have your own salary, your confirmed income, you are not dependent on anyone, you will live a better life. Especially the girls who are living alone in metropolitan cities and not living under the watch of family members and are earning, have a better life than the one who are living in the houses. जो अकेले रह रहे हैं दिल्ली में, मुंबई में, बेंगलोर में और अपनी सैलरी है 50,000 60,000, so they have better options to go for parties, they have better options to go and explore, tour travels पे जाने के लिए. So this happens that a woman if women is not dependent, she can have a better life. Then they also talk about this thing, that land rights. In Kerala, matriarchy is there. In Kerala, women land rights are far better than other states of India. In certain states in India, women once married doesn't even have any share in father's property, which is again wrong. But it is debatable also, because then they say no, we have given dowry, we have given 20 lakhs, so why to give you land rights? But I think this results in court cases. But from my side, I think there should be an equality with everyone. Equality honi chahiye. At least when you are getting someone married, give the person the rights if they want. Okay. The next one we have is cultural feminism. Cultural feminism is like people are celebrating femininity, womanhood. Why should only the boys have fun is a tagline that actually celebrates being a woman, and how they have used this tagline and emotion to connect it to a scooty brand. And cultural feminism also goes for multiple references. Your Fair and Lovely, yesterday I watched an advertisement and the lady says, oh my god, it's so dry. She says, this cream gives you dehydration. No, it keeps you hydrated. Why? Just go for water. You need water. But no, We have to sell the brand. A woman is successful because she has Fair and Lovely. A woman is successful because she has some good DO. Why? So what they are doing is that they are celebrating womanhood in cultural references. So if the advertisements are of women innerwears, they have some beautiful women, and what they do, what they show is that it's not like it's a quality. The quality of the cloth is good. They show no, we are happy, we are smiling. This is it's a so disgusting thing in India. मुझे लगता है Indians, I'm really sorry to say, please don't mind, offend मत होना, but मुझे लगता है ना Indians सबसे बड़े hypocrite होते हैं. जो मेल अंडरवियर्स की एड आती है उसमें कैसे दिखाते हैं, हाउ दे शो दिस अंडरवियर इज गुड. They don't go for the clothing quality. What they show that you have worn that underwear and now women are falling for you. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. क्या थर्ड क्लास कंट्री है हमारा यार, ये क्या हरकत है. What kind of like, I'm so sorry to say, मुझे बुरा नहीं मानना दोस्तों, लेकिन we live in a country जहां हमारे 3 सुपरस्टार जुबा केसरी कर रहे हैं. सोचो. सोचो मतलब, is there any logic? Is there any logic? So somebody is wearing that particular underwear, so girls are falling. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Then why are you wearing jeans? मैं चड्डी में जाओ ना college. Come on, this I'm so sorry. बुरा नहीं मानना भाई. I love my country, but I don't love people like this who are creating these kind of stupid things. बहुत ही घटिया चीजें हैं ये. Then we go for fourth wave feminism. Fourth wave feminism. What is fourth wave feminism? The fourth wave feminism, like women, those who could not speak, could not go and fight in front of everyone, being scared of society, troubles, everything else. They found social media as a weapon. Social media helped them to speak the truth. The best example is Me Too movement. Me Too movement. You know what happened? Me Too movement. Every girl came out that I was harassed by this man, I was harassed by that man. They all went on Facebook and Twitter, and it was a panic for everyone. Unfortunately, nothing happened. किसी को कोई पनिशमेंट नहीं मिली. हमारे आइडियल बॉलीवुड बाबूजी, व्हाट्स हिज नेम, द वन हु प्लेज द रोल ऑफ बाबूजी, कैलाश, क्या नाम उसका, कुछ नाम है. He was accused of that kind of cheap behavior. He's fine. The central minister MJ Akbar, it's not fake allegation, Jyoti. It's women against women. How do you know it's a fake allegation? But there are no even proper, I understand that people make some fake allegations, but there should be a proper inquiry about the fake one and the real one. Okay? Yes, Sajid Khan, Alok Nath, all of these people, they are free, enjoying, nothing happening. Nothing happening. So again, that was a drawback. Because, harassing a woman is not always done in front of people. Why would somebody harass a woman in front of everyone? All they do is they simply find some street which is secluded, some place which is lonely. There only they do this, na? So how can you find out the proof of everything? And just because you don't have a proof, that doesn't mean you're lying. I understand that there are some women who have actually used these rights for a wrong purpose. But I think if there is a probe, if there is an inquiry, the inquiry should be in every case. For the real one, for the faker one. If somebody is actually faking, we find it out in a genuine way. The person should be punished. So these kind of things are happening. So fourth wave feminism is something where you have social media and you speak. You actually speak your emotions out. You tell people that this is happening. Along with these things, the queer theory concept. Queer theory concept हालांकि मैं किसी और लेक्चर में पढ़ाऊंगा, लेकिन in queer theory also the concept of women, femininity. See, celebrating a woman is different thing. Celebrating femininity is a different thing. A male can be feminine, celebrating femininity. I have met some homosexuals, and some of these are professors, some of these are students, and finding that I am not biased, I am not obsessed. So they spoke to me, and I have understood their mindset, and they are somewhere right. See, I ask you a question. A boy and a girl, they are in love. Okay, it's a true love. But if the boy is suffering from Orlando myth, there was a person Orlando. Orlando was a womanizer. So Orlando got a punishment. What was the punishment? That Orlando will be a male for 6 months and a female for 6 months. So let's assume that Orlando is male for 6 months and female for 6 months. So when he is male for 6 months, he falls in love with a girl. It's a true love, passionate love. So if he falls in love with someone, it's a true love, it's a passionate love, and he is male, the girl is women, female. What if he changes his sex after 6 months and becomes a female? Earlier he was a male, he was in love with a girl, but now he's a female. So what should happen to him? The love should come to an end, or love is still there? बताओ. So love should be there or love should come to an end? प्रेरणा मुझे रेफरेंस भेजना इसका, जो आपने इंडियन फिलोसफी बोली है ना, मुझे व्हाट्सएप पे बोलना. बोलो. Love is still there? So when love is still there, but society will call it a women's love for a woman, lesbianism. So that will not be accepted by society, because society accepts something in social way, which is accepted by society. That's what I want to tell you. That if there's the emotions, so emotions can have for same sex. Okay. Anyway, हाँ मेरी 11 बजे जूम मीटिंग भी है. थैंक यू ओलिविया, आपने याद दिला दिया. 11 बजे मेरी आरपीएससी स्टूडेंट्स जो इंटरव्यू हैं, उनको इंटरव्यू गाइडेंस के लिए मेरा जूम क्लास है, जूम मीटिंग है. एंड if you love this lecture, share it with people. If you like some lines, take screen recordings, put it on your status, put it on your YouTube. If you are also a YouTuber, you can review my videos, you can review me. And touch में रहते हैं, बात करते रहते हैं. A lot can happen over a conversation. So ऐसे सीखते हैं एक दूसरे से. And if you have your opinions on feminism, post it on Instagram and go for hashtag Vineet Pandey. I'll check it there. तो बात करते रहते हैं, मिलते हैं. And all the new students, if you want to be in a proper class just like this, you want abundance of knowledge, so WhatsApp and call us on 8587035827. इस पे कॉल कीजिए, आपको क्रैश कोर्स या प्रॉपर कोर्सेज मिल जाएंगे 8587035827 पे. And those who want this kind of live class on regular basis or rapid fires, subscribe it. प्रॉपर कोर्स के लिए कॉल करो. एंड नॉर्मली सिर्फ वैसे चाहिए नॉलेज तो सब्सक्राइब करो, लिंक मिलेगा, एंड वी विल शेयर अवर नॉलेज. थैंक यू सो मच. हैप्पी संडे.